Morning. It's a nice little day off on a Sunday. Thought it'd be fun to just take you guys along on some of my errands that I'm gonna be doing today. I wanted to tailor the Balenciaga jeans that I did have from the last video. I also want to try on some pair of pants in the city as well. I've been wanting to tailor these for quite a while, but I haven't really had the chance to. These are just a bit long on the hem for me because I think they're 33 or 34 inseam. And I kind of want to tailor it to a 32, so just for it to fit better and just to be able to wear for a daily, you know what I mean? So generally speaking, when it comes to my more expensive stuff, I actually don't tailor it, but I see myself wearing this for a long period of time, so I feel like it's worth the alteration. I do feel like after a quick fix, I'll be in the season for quite a while. Just a little fit. Dual zip jacket. Rick. Little Lindsay. These shoes are probably one of my favorite purchases of the year, I think. It's just that I can wear it so often and it just works with a lot of different outfits that I've been wearing. I actually haven't had good coffee in a while as well, so I'm gonna get myself a nice little coffee. And I've gotta up the caffeine level these days because if I'm working in the office, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I chuck down at the very least like probably like 5 to 6 shots a day. At this point, I'm borderline a caffeine addict. Alright, secure my nice little coffee. I don't know if this is just me, but every time I order my takeaway coffees, I always go with a different name. Like, as in, I don't go with Adriel. And recently, my go-to has just been George because it's so easy and simple. I find that whenever I use Adriel, people kind of mistake it for a lot of different other names, and I end up just not catching onto it, and I don't know, just a lot of complications, so I'll go with George these days.
You still like the baggy, huh?
Yeah, so I want it long still.
Yep. But now too long. You step
Yeah,
on.
so it's a bit long. I don't mind stepping on it, but this one is way too long. Maybe even a bit longer than that.
Longer.
Yeah.
Now
I don't-
already. Otherwise, it's damage.
Yeah, damage is fine.
Damage is fine.
Yeah, damage is
Okay,
fine.
then now, like this. That much.
Yeah, you know there's a tear,
Tear, yeah.
so just under the tear, maybe. Can we try that?
Roll up some material to stitch.
Alright, so just got back in place and they charged me 35 just to shorten that. So it was like, oh, the material's thick and it's kind of complicated and wide, and I'm like, oh, it ain't even that wide. I'm like, I feel like she must have seen that it's definitely the more fashionable piece, and she upcharged me a bit because in the past I've definitely shortened a lot of pair of pants and it didn't cost that much money. I've got some time to kill, so I'm gonna go visit this store that I've wanted to go for quite a while. 50% all is Margiela. Seems pretty cool. Back, it's got a chop sleeve. Sleeve line. Oh, this is kind of cool as well. Pretty far. I've never seen these Margielas before. Oh, this one's must be pretty old. Hoping someone's gonna be happy though. This guy's interesting. It's too small. All good?
Yeah, all good.
Can I see the
See?
bottom? Yeah, nice. Sweet.
Yeah.
Alright, secure the bag. Alright, I have to get myself a nice little matcha. You know what the fuck it is. Just got home. I'm gonna show you guys how the pants look. So, fits perfect now. As you can see, kind of wear it a bit high-waisted and it just drops ever so slightly. Hey. Yep. I got a package, but as you can see, fits absolutely perfect now. I just feel like I can be wearing this a lot more and stuff like that. I don't know sometimes when pieces are not perfect or I need to sort of do something, maybe fold it or tie it or something like that just to make it work. I tend to not wear it because it's just not a plug and play type beat. Alright, what's good guys? Thank you so much for the love and support on the last video. I also did tease in the last video that we're gonna be doing a bomber jacket as well as a pair of cargo pants. If you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know how much I love my bomber jackets and how much I love my cargos and white trousers. After months and months of sampling, of perfecting the wash, the cut, the material, the details, and just every single aspect of the garment itself, I'm finally showcasing you guys the bomber that I've been working on. So, just starting off of the material itself, it's basically comprised of 100% cotton canvas material, and then it's undergone 2 different washes. I want this jacket to feel as if it's been worn for like 20-30 years, but then it's got this really good structural integrity in the material itself, so that it still remains kind of stiff, but it's very soft to the touch and it molds to the wearer's body. For me personally, bomber jackets is one of those jackets that I pick up every single day because it makes me feel like I'm sort of wearing an armor. So these are kind of 2 pieces that I wanted to have the wearer feel that way, you know what I mean? On the sides, we've got a flat epaulets that's stitched on 3 different points. So it's got this really interesting look as opposed to the singular epaulets that you see in a lot of military jackets. This gives you that broad shoulder, but then sort of really molding with your body still. Moving on to the main zipper, it's like a super chunky YKK zipper, smooth as butter. We experimented on different zippers as well, and we found that this particular one, it's a really good weight. It's super chunky and heavy duty. I love an oversized chunky zipper on a bomber jacket. And then a slightly smaller cargo pocket, which fits everything from your passports, wallet, iPhone, whatever it is you want to have. Moving on to the side pocket, we made this interesting sort of cut on the usual pocket. So it's a bit of a custom pen/cigarette pocket for bomber jacket. Usually they have the square shape, but this one we sort of make it a bit more slanted and it's just a bit more unique in my opinion. On the sleeves itself, we made this articulate cuff, just obviously inspired by a lot of the vintage 1980s, 1970s sort of bomber jacket. Moving on to the back, very interesting sort of cut, half seam, and then we kind of break it with a sort of mid seam instead of going all the way on with the back seam. So it creates this very broad look as well. On the back, have this gussets, which allows for so much more free movement. You're kind of wearing a glove as opposed to like a really chunky jacket, you know? This sort of fits very, very comfortable and it's perfect. And then we darted the back and forms this very nice shape when you're actually wearing the jacket themselves. So it really flows organically with how it sort of your arm actually just flows. In terms of the way they fit, they're pretty much a wide and cropped boxy bomber jacket, and when it's worn on body, it has this really interesting shape that really complements the body. Moving into the cargos, we also finally perfected what a perfect cargo and an object-oriented cargo would look like. These are comprised of a cotton poly blend, which has this super smooth feel, has this kind of structure, and this material itself just feels super luxe. The main detail in the cargo are these 2 side pockets, which is basically 3 on each side because it's got this main pocket, it's got this super small pocket, and then it's also got this hidden pocket on the inside. So these are 3 different sort of slots and inserts. They don't just go to one pocket, but it sort of goes to its individual pockets, so you can literally fit everything and anything. They are also a 3D pocket, adds a lot of dimension to the outfit that you're actually wearing as well. And then on the front, we darted it, so it's got this really interesting angled look when you're actually wearing it. So it darts to the front and it angles down. It creates a super interesting silhouette, which I personally love in cargo pants. Because I think with cargo pants, it's nice when it's got this very sort of minimal, but very unique sort of fit to it. And then we've also we also have this paneling going on the front as well as the back. The back paneling is something I really love when it comes to these cargos because it really streamlines the whole garment, the whole fit. Another detail is this leg sort of zipper, which allows you to customize it / adjust it to whatever kind of width you want it to. It's got this flap on the inside though, so it's not flimsy. I hate when there's zippers on the bottom of the legs, but then zipper flap on the back that keeps it structured. So this one actually has that on the back, so I love that so much about it. On the waist, we've got waist adjusters as well, so it's gonna come in S, M, and L. But then this individual size will fit and sort of accommodate for the bigger and the smaller sizes. This will be dropping alongside the items that I showcased you guys on the last videos. And I think it might be either be an all-in-one drop or 2 different drops. A whole cohesive collection and stuff like that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy these garments as much as we do. Spend a lot of time, a lot of sampling just to be able to perfect it and come up with the final result.